The assessment freeze at 2016 values results in modest homes being overtaxed, with a value of $460,000 paying more. Meanwhile, luxury estates, valued at $1.05 million, are undertaxed, paying less. This creates a wealth transfer where working families subsidize wealthy property owners annually. Welcome to our analysis on Ontario property tax inequity. We'll explore how frozen 2016 assessments create an unfair tax burden in London Middlesex, with modest homes paying more and luxury properties paying less. Property taxes fund vital services, but fairness requires current market values. Ontario's 2016 assessment freeze creates inequities, with lower valued properties unfairly burdened. As market values have risen by 82% on average, outdated assessments lead to unintended subsidies, worsening the disparity. The longer this freeze persists, the more pronounced these inequities become. Ontario's property assessments are managed by the Municipal Property Assessment Corporation, an independent entity. It assesses 5.5 million properties, ideally every 4 years, but values are still based on 2016 data. Unlike other provinces with frequent updates, Ontario's freeze leads to inequities as market values shift. Ontario's property assessment system remains frozen at January 1, 2016 values. For a decade, tax burdens have relied on outdated data, misaligning with current market realities. Despite the onset of COVID-19 in 2020, assessments remain paused, perpetuating inequities as legislation bases taxes on a non-existent market. Since 2016, property values in London Middlesex have shifted dramatically. Modest homes surged by 142%, from $190,000 to $460,000, highlighting assessment inequity. Average homes grew by 123%, from $280,000 to $625,000, surpassing luxury homes, which increased by 81%. These changes underscore the need for updated assessments. The COVID-19 pandemic significantly impacted the London Middlesex housing market. Luxury homes experienced a volatile +45% gain and 22% correction, yet remained taxed on 2016 values. Modest homes showed steadier growth, with a +155% increase and only a 4% correction, leading to a higher relative tax burden. The 10-year assessment freeze has disconnected taxes from market realities. Current property taxes, based on frozen 2016 values, reveal a wealth transfer over a decade. Modest homes overpay by $145 annually, while luxury homes underpay by $504. This regressive tax system penalizes those with slower growing assets, highlighting the need for tax fairness based on 2026 market realities. The decade-long freeze on property assessments has exacerbated inequality, transferring wealth from modest to wealthy homeowners. Over 10 years, each modest household loses $894. As luxury home values surged, the tax gap widened, peaking in 2022 with a $115 subsidy. Despite market corrections, assessments remain frozen, perpetuating this imbalance. The 10-year assessment freeze creates stark inequality between identical homes. Home A, assessed at 2016 values, pays $4,956 annually, while Home B, assessed at 2026 market value, should pay $9,500. This results in a $5,244 annual subsidy for Home A, burdening new buyers with higher taxes. The wealth gap widens with frozen assessments. In Ward 5, Old East Village, residents overpay by $385 annually, with a median income of $52,000. Meanwhile, Ward 6, Byron West, benefits with $720 savings, median income $88,000. A strong positive correlation, 0.82, shows higher incomes gain more, saving $95 per $10,000 income increase. Frozen assessments from 2016 distort tax fairness. Modest homeowners now pay 7% more than their fair share. Without reassessment, the tax burden shifts unfairly, impacting modest and average homes while luxury properties benefit. This analysis is based on 2025 home values and the London Middlesex market. After a decade of frozen assessments, luxury homeowners and high-growth areas benefit from outdated tax values, avoiding thousands annually. Meanwhile, first-time buyers and modest homeowners face unfair burdens, with working families subsidizing wealthier owners by $365 yearly. This inequity costs modest households $894 over 10 years, highlighting a disparity based on purchase timing. When property assessments are frozen at 2016 values, modest homes face a higher tax burden, subsidizing luxury properties. Modest homes pay taxes on a higher percentage of their market value, while luxury homes benefit from paying taxes on a lower percentage of their market value. In London Middlesex, modest homes have grown 142% in value over 10 years, yet they bear a disproportionate tax burden. Assessed at $190,000 in 2016, they're now worth $460,000. Meanwhile, luxury estates, assessed at $580,000, grew 81% to $1,050,000, underpaying their share. This highlights a regressive tax reality. Luxury homes in Byron Northwest have grown 81% since 2016, yet remain taxed on outdated values, benefiting from delayed assessments. This systemic advantage widens the wealth gap, as modest homeowners subsidize these gains. With a $50,000 tax saving over 10 years, the disparity highlights the need for reassessment to ensure fairness. After a decade-long freeze, reassessment in 2026 will correct tax imbalances. Luxury homes, now valued at $1.05 million, will see a 30% tax increase, aligning with their true value. Modest homes, rising to $460,000, will experience a relative tax decrease, reducing their burden from 35% to 28%. A 3 to 5 year phase-in strategy is recommended. In London Middlesex, property tax data highlights inequities. Byron, a luxury area, saves $720 annually due to assessments frozen at $580,000, despite a market value of $1.05 million. Conversely, Old East Village, a modest area, loses $385 annually, with assessments at $190,000 versus a $460,000 market value. This results in a $105 yearly wealth transfer from modest to wealthy neighborhoods. British Columbia and Alberta conduct annual reassessments, ensuring taxes reflect current market values. Manitoba reassesses biennially, maintaining fairness. Ontario, with a 10-year freeze, lags behind. Regular reassessment is both achievable and essential for tax equity, as demonstrated by other provinces. Ontario's policy choice can be improved by adopting these best practices. Delaying reassessments creates unfairness, with lower-valued properties subsidizing luxury homes. Working families face extra costs, undermining housing security. The system ignores neighborhood changes, eroding trust in government. Young families and first-time buyers are disproportionately affected, subsidizing wealthier homeowners. Those benefiting from delays include luxury homeowners and properties in rapidly appreciating areas. Implement annual reassessments to align taxes with market realities, following British Columbia and Alberta's best practices. Phase in over 3 to 5 years to restore fairness and prevent shocks. Hold the government accountable, demand reform now. After a decade of inequity, it's time for change. Property taxes should reflect fairness, not outdated values. In London Middlesex, property values from 2016 to 2026 show distinct trends. Luxury homes grew 81%, offering the largest tax savings. Average homes increased by 123%, with rapid growth post-2020. Modest homes saw the highest growth at 142%, maintaining value during corrections due to affordability. In London Middlesex, modest homeowners are subsidizing wealthier properties by approximately $145 annually. Over a decade, this results in a cumulative overpayment of $894. Despite paying around $2,800 in property taxes, modest homes face a 5% surcharge, highlighting an inequitable tax burden. Despite commercial properties having a higher tax rate of 3.79% compared to 1.52% for residential, outdated assessments mean homeowners bear a larger tax burden. Industrial properties have grown 182% in value since 2016, but are taxed at old rates, shifting an extra $220 per year onto each household. Massive valuation gaps since 2016 have led to uneven tax burdens. Booming industrial sectors, with a 182% growth, underpay due to outdated valuations, while struggling retail overpays. This results in a $220 annual burden shift to residential households. Additionally, rental properties have grown 104% in value, yet still pay 2016 taxes, maximizing landlord profits. Modest homeowners face a double penalty, subsidizing wealthier groups. They pay an extra $145 annually for luxury home subsidies and $220 for commercial shortfalls, totaling $360 per year. Over a decade, this amounts to $894. Meanwhile, luxury homeowners and commercial entities avoid fair tax contributions, placing the burden on modest homeowners. Contact your representatives to demand action on property tax inequity and assessment reform. Reach out to London City Council members, including Mayor Josh Morgan, or your ward councillor. For provincial matters, contact your members of provincial parliament like Terence Kernaghan or Peggy Sattler. Find your ward at london.ca maps and voice your concerns today.